Tonight, it is my honor and privilege to announce that I will nominate Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the United States Supreme Court.
When he was nominated by President Trump, Judge Kavanaugh pledged to bring an independent mindset to the Supreme Court.
I believe that an independent judiciary is the crown jewel of our constitutional republic. If confirmed by the Senate, I will keep an open mind in every case, and I will always strive to preserve the Constitution of the United States and the American rule of law.
Yet Democrats have vowed to fight Kavanaugh's nomination, fearing his conservative views could swing the Supreme Court sharply to the right for a generation.
Mr. President, I am honored to have served you and the presidency for the last 5.5 years.
In particular, Democrats have expressed concern about Kavanaugh's expansive view of presidential power, which was informed by his work for President George W. Bush. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer.
Not only did Mr. Kavanaugh say that a president should not be subpoenaed, he said a president shouldn't be investigated. Mr. Kavanaugh, is the president above the law?
Kavanaugh has written that presidents should not be distracted by civil or criminal investigations. In short, Kavanaugh has a broad view on the scope of presidential power, says legal expert Jonathan Turley.
Kavanaugh's natural default position is Article 2 in presidential power. He tends to defer greatly to presidents. That can only help President Trump if an issue goes before the court. But that's his philosophy. It doesn't mean he's biased.
Kavanaugh's view worries liberal activists like Drew Courtney.
Brett Kavanaugh has a very frighteningly wide view of presidential power. And I think that's something very much in play, given the investigations that are going on right now.
Kavanaugh will no doubt be pressed on the issue during his confirmation hearing, especially in light of the ongoing Russia probe, says legal analyst Kate Shaw.
So if, for example, the president chooses not to sit for a voluntary interview and special counsel Mueller tries to subpoena the president, there's an open legal question of whether you can subpoena a sitting president. And that could end up very quickly going before the Supreme Court if there's a legal fight over it.
Kavanaugh's Republican allies say they are prepared for a range of attacks on his record, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
That kind of cheap political fear-mongering insults the intelligence of the American people. Because Americans understand the difference between a political office and a judicial office.
Kavanaugh's confirmation requires a majority vote in the Senate, where Republicans hold a narrow 51 to 49 seat margin. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.
I am really pleased to have Judge Kavanaugh here. I was really honored to be at the White House on Monday.